This is the CC Radio Podcast.
On today's show, it's time to catch them all. I went and saw Detective Pikachu while Troy sat around and did Sweet FA. Welcome to Comic Confidential, the weekly show where we discuss our favorite things from popular culture. My name is Kade.
And my name is Troy, and things are going to be a little bit different today. As we said last week, this is the brand new format.
This is episode 1 of the week.
Of two.
Of 2.
Yes, correct.
Now, we threw some people with that news.
Did we?
Yeah, they were like, holy shit, what's going on, guys? Is this for real?
Yeah.
Am I getting 2 episodes? And I said, you sure are, buddy.
You sure are.
So you just sit back, strap yourself in, and enjoy the ride.
That's it. But like Kate said at the top of the show today is all about Detective Pikachu, which only one of us saw. So this is going to be interesting.
So guess who it was? Spoiler, it was me.
Yeah. And so we're going to talk about that. And the review format's even going to be a little bit different.
Reviews are done, mate.
Reviews are done.
Yeah. You know what? We say fuck a critic. We're no longer critics.
Okay.
I don't think we ever were. I don't think we ever classified as one.
No, I've never had my name on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's how I think you count as a critic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what about if you're on a DVD cover? Well, sorry, Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah.
What if you're on a VHS cover?
We'd have more chance of getting on a VHS cover than a Blu-ray.
What we should do, we should have a goal.
Right.
Let's get a really, really poor movie.
Yeah.
And we'll praise it and see if we can get on the front cover.
Right, okay. I did see somebody posted something. I think it was in the listener community. I believe it might have been Chris Sutherland in the listener community posted something about the Winter Soldier. And it was basically just a picture of the Winter Soldier, and it's like the best Marvel movie yet. And then it's from Michael, top fan of AUNZ, like Marvel on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Or something.
See, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want something like that.
So it's like the highest of high-level critics, Michael from Facebook.
So, if Michael from Facebook can make it, anyone can.
Anyone can, that's right. All right, man. So we're going to talk about Detective Pikachu. It's going to be interesting because you're going to be basically telling me all about this movie and why I should or shouldn't or maybe just wait to see it.
Yeah.
So why don't you friggin' start by telling me what Detective Pikachu's about?
Detective Pikachu is basically a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool 2.5.
Really?
In the sense that there's no swear words, but it's very much Ryan Reynolds just redoing Deadpool.
Right.
So,
is that because Ryan Reynolds just basically
does Ryan Reynolds?
Does Ryan Reynolds?
It's exactly
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Ronald Reynolds.
Yeah, Ronald Reynolds. Yeah. So he's kind of like the new who would you say?
James Franco,
Johnny Depp. You know how they only have that one range?
Yeah.
I feel like that's now him. I'm sure he's got more. But does he? So essentially, that's all he's really doing.
He's a good-looking kid.
He's a very good looking. He's a good-looking Pikachu as well.
Is he?
I don't know what they did, but I swear they've Mark Ruffalo'd the Pikachu a little bit, so it kind of has a bit of his face in it.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's weird.
It's very weird because I was like, I know that's a Pikachu, but there just seems something kind of off about it.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of did a little bit of like face capture,
right?
Maybe I don't know. I could be just looking too hard at it.
Yeah.
But looking hard is something that I did this whole movie, Troy, because I had nostalgia glasses for days.
Yeah.
Oh man, I went and saw this with a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
And he's very much
Name him. Who is it?
It was Garrett.
Why wasn't me?
Well, you didn't want to come.
Yeah, I didn't want to come.
You're like, fucking Pokemon. What am I, 12?
Yeah. Nah. Look, and not that I don't like Pokemon. I have fond memories of Gen 1. I just don't care enough at this point in time.
And look, I'm still just like Gen 1 only.
Yeah.
Because in this movie, it's mostly Gen 1.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I think they're doing that to, mostly appeal to the fanboys like me.
Yeah.
But there is like, I don't know, 50 other Pokemon in there that I had no idea who they were. But the key players are all Gen 1.
Right.
Which is fantastic.
Nice. I like that.
But I tell you what. I want to live in this world.
Okay.
It's so good. And look, there's going to be spoiler
talk
in here. So if you haven't seen Detective Pikachu, look, there's not too much to spoil.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine there would be.
It's a video game movie at the end of the day, so if you've played the video game, you kind of have a bit of an idea what might happen in this.
Yeah. All right. So you haven't actually told me what the movie's about.
Okay, so Justice Smith.
Yep.
Not related to Will Smith.
We figured that out just before this.
Just before this, we did actually some research on that. Go, hey, do you think? And there was plenty of, I guess, pictures on the internet that try to allude that they were related, but they are not.
They're not. Just because their last name's Smith.
Yeah.
And they're in LA. Doesn't matter.
No, not at all. I thought he might have been the new Fresh Prince, but apparently not.
No.
So anyway, this story is about Justice Smith, his character. His dad apparently passes away in a Pokemon accident.
A Pokemon accident.
A Pokemon accident, yeah. So essentially they live in this city where Pokemon and human work hand in hand. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like if you went to a city and you saw dogs running around having jobs.
Right.
Yeah. So
which, by the way, would love,
right? So it's kind of amazing. So these like Pokemon and humans live hand in hand. And everyone's kind of treated equals, like the perfect society for people in Pokemon.
Naturally.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
But it's revealed that a Pokemon got out and are attacking people.
Right.
Yeah. So there's this chemical that's getting released that kind of turns them into the wilder version. So like very primitive.
This sounds exactly like the plot of Zootopia.
It's been connected to that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, he teams up with the old partner of his dad, who was a cop.
Yeah.
It turns out to be Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Is his dad Ash?
No.
Oh.
But very interestingly, that this world is connected to that same world.
Well, you'd hope so.
Well, it's something that you weren't really sure of because, I mean, like, there's not really like a lot of Pokemon canon when it comes to movies because there's only been the animated movies.
Yeah.
But the big hero piece in this movie is a Mewtwo, which is seen in the trailers, so that's really no spoilers. But it was alluded to that this Pokemon was created 20 years ago when the original Pokemon movie hit theaters.
Oh, damn.
So I was just like, fuck yeah, that's connected.
The Legend of Mewtwo or whatever it was called.
I think it was just called the Pokemon movie, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Who knows?
It should have been called The Legend of Mewtwo.
Sounds way better. So yeah, essentially it's the story about Justice Smith going around with his little Pikachu trying to find out what happened to his dad.
Right.
And they get in a whole bunch of wacky adventures that aren't really that wacky.
Okay. Excellent. So obviously we know Ryan Reynolds is in it and Justice Smith is in it. Anyone else of note?
You know what? Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's name is absolutely avoiding me at the moment, but he was out of Love Actually. He was the old guy who did the singing. Something.
Oh, Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bill Nye makes an appearance. And I was like, oh, cool. Damn.
He's Mewtwo.
He is Mewtwo.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It turns out at the end he has this device that can kind of control Pokemon and he controls Mewtwo.
Okay, excellent.
And that's when the movie kind of takes its little bit of a downfall.
Right.
Because it just gets a little bit too crazy, but you know what? It's based off a fucking video game.
All right. So what I want you to do, I want you to tell me 3 things that worked.
Oh, man, the Pokemon design in this movie.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
It is like, makes you want to go there and just live in that world and just die happy.
All right, let me throw a couple of names out to you and tell me if they're in it. Bulbasaur. You see it in there.
Yeah.
Squirtle.
Yes.
Charizard.
Yes.
I don't know anymore.
That's all you need, baby. That's all you need when it comes to Pokemon.
I don't know those ones. Starmie.
No.
Okay.
But that would have been cool.
Yeah.
You do get to see a massive Gyarados.
Okay, cool.
Which is the coolest thing in the whole movie.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest. Like, the way they do that Pokemon is unreal. The way they do all the Pokemon in this movie is simply amazing because it's just like, holy shit, my mind is so blown by how accurate and how like lifelike all these things look.
Yeah.
You can tell they really spent the budget on the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Until they got to Mewtwo, which that's something I'll save in my bad talk.
My bad talk.
Another thing is I heard a lot of like negative talk about Justice Smith as a character.
Yeah.
He's really great.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because he hasn't really been
great in anything else.
I didn't mind him in the Get Down, but I didn't really get down on the Get Down.
Yeah.
But I did not like him in Jurassic World
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
The
I don't think
Return to
anyone
Jurassic World.
Yeah, he was terrible in that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just how that character was written.
Yeah, yeah. No fault of his own, I'm sure. As I roll my eyes.
But he was fantastic in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that for him to go from, things like Jurassic Park, which are these massive, huge productions, to like, you're now doing this movie with a fake Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And he pulls it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he really pulls it off. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu is fantastic.
Yep.
I'm a bit concerned about how they move forward from here because, one, will this get a sequel? Who knows? Because it was a pretty big budget movie. I think it was about $150 million.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's probably, I think it's only just made that back at the worldwide box office.
Yeah.
So
I think last time I looked, and as part of the new review format going forward, we won't really be talking about money or critical reception or anything like that. But last I saw it was on about 175 million.
Yeah, right.
We're obviously recording earlier than the day this is being released, but so I don't know what its second weekend will look like. But I think it's going to drop.
I know it beat out the Avengers worldwide for the weekend of its release.
I don't think it did.
I thought it did.
No.
Maybe it was domestically.
Maybe domestically.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know why these movies are releasing around
Oh,
Endgame.
no, 100% didn't domestically.
It didn't?
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I don't know why these movies are releasing around that, like, gigantic movie of Endgame, because it's a money pit.
Do you think though people knew how big it would be? Do you think
surely.
anybody thought that's going to be a $3 billion movie?
Man, we're two dudes in a small room talking about bloody comic book movies.
Like a too small room.
Yeah, like way too small.
Like I'm basically sitting on your lap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You literally are.
Yeah.
It's quite awkward.
That's all we can do.
We're actually sharing one microphone. We're that close.
I'm just draped across your lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes me wonder, like, why would anyone release movies around this? Because DC did it with Shazam. Because here's the thing. These are like 3 movies that families will go see. And
But there's only a limited number of slots that you can pick. It's not like you can pick and choose, or Pikachu's.
Well done.
There. It's not like you can pick and choose necessarily any single day of the month of the year, whatever that you wanted. So, there are certain release dates, and it's like, well, what's probably going to work best? What's the best worst case scenario? And I guess this is it.
Imagine, like, you lost your spot to Sharknado.
Yeah.
Because they just put their foot in the door first and like, yep, that's us.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I get it. I just don't know if they could have done anything else. I'm surprised that they didn't release it in any sort of school holidays.
Absolutely. That would have been when I thought would have been the smart point in time to do that. But I guess, like you said, spots are taken.
Well, see, I think initially they were going to. Because I think the Australian release was pushed back.
Oh, really?
And then they brought it forward to be a worldwide release. So I think initially it was going to wait for Australian school holidays, at least Australia. I mean, not that we're the world's biggest box office, but still, we're up there.
We are. We're
probably
getting
top
up there.
5, maybe.
Yeah. Like, you'll get us in the top 10 list at least.
Probably
on a good day
over like Cambodia and
New Zealand,
North Korea, probably. But anyway.
But yeah, and look, there's the things to not like about this movie that they're quite simple to point out. Some of the supporting actors are very cheesy. Like, some of the dialogue is just, I think it had to be ripped directly from the game.
Right, okay.
Because it's kind of like, wow, that is the most cheesiest bit of dialogue I've ever seen.
Well, like what?
Oh, I can't recite it,
like,
but
welcome to my gym. Let's battle.
Diddly 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 doo. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, that would have been great. Why didn't they do that? No, there's like a reporter in this thing, and she's like incredibly cheesy. She's written to be cheesy.
Oh, like that over-the-top sort of anime style.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is what it is. I'm sure fans of the series will go, I dig it.
Yeah.
But I haven't even played the Detective Pikachu video game.
Right.
So, I don't even know if what I'm saying is 100% correct on that. Mewtwo has human teeth.
Oh, that's weird.
It's very, very weird.
It's like a horse.
Yeah, it is like a horse, actually. It's the first thing I thought of. It had like little horse teeth, and I was like, oh, gross.
That's weird. Like, it doesn't need teeth.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I mean, it might need teeth, but it's almost like a cat thing. Isn't it really?
What do you mean?
Mewtwo, like it kind of, if it's going to look like anything, it kind of looks like a bit of a cat.
Yeah, you would think it would have sharp teeth.
Give it cat teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a bit weird. And just the rendering that they did on that character, it seemed so poor compared to everything else.
Right, okay.
And maybe that's just because like the Mewtwo character looks like this perfectly shaped, flat, smooth character.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, I guess how do you add detail to that? Like, do you put paws on it?
Why not?
Who knows? That's maybe what I would have done.
Yeah.
Because when you look at all the other Pokemon, like the Charizards, the Pikachus, the Gyaradoses, they all have these scales and there's so much depth to them. When you see this thing, it's like, that's like a 3D render of a 2D drawing.
Right.
And you're like, out of everything in the movie, this is your biggest letdown.
Yeah, yeah. Just give it a dick.
Well, that's what the tail is.
That's its dick.
Yeah, it's its
What
dick.
is this, Avatar?
Yeah. It plugs it into a tree for some sweet
Sweet tree
sex.
sex? Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Love that tree sex.
So overall, man, I really, really enjoyed Detective Pikachu. And that's purely because of a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to let you know, me and my friend were the only ones in the cinema, though.
Yeah.
But in saying that, we were almost the entire people in the whole cinema.
Right.
It was an absolute ghost town. People's wallets have been drained.
When did you go? Like, what time?
It was a late one.
Yeah.
It was a 9:30 showing, but even the staff were like, yeah, pretty quiet tonight.
Okay, interesting. But you went on a weird night, right? Like a Wednesday night or something?
Yeah.
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 Let me ask you this question then. I have two questions, actually. Okay. Taking your nostalgia glasses off, is it a good movie?
Oh, look. It's a fun movie.
Right.
To say it's a good movie would be hard pressed.
Right.
This is something that you could put on with your kids or just have on in the background and not really pay too much attention. Just kind of look at it and go, fuck yeah, look at that Jigglypuff.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man. Look at that Ditto, by the way. Ditto is like so amazing.
Couldn't even tell you what a Ditto is.
Oh, man. Ditto's the Pokemon that can take the shape of every other Pokemon.
Oh, it makes sense.
And it's the bad guy.
Oh, what?
Yes.
So
cool.
Spoilers.
So good.
You guys. Yeah, cool. That's cool. Because that was my next question. Is it a kids' movie?
Yeah, look, I would say it's definitely a kids' movie. The storyline is pretty basic.
Yeah.
You could kind of see the twists and turns coming from a mile away. And to an adult, that's easy. But to a kid, man, they'll be like, oh, my 5-year-old mind has been blown.
Right. Interesting. But the only other thing I would say is that I know there's been a lot of talk about, cinema fatigue and all that sort of stuff and everybody releasing around Endgame and stuff like that. But there hasn't been a lot of, like, kids' movies released around that time.
Yeah.
So this would be the only real, you could probably argue Shazam maybe. But when you look at everything else, like nothing else has been directly sort of, aimed at kids.
Yep.
So there's no excuse for failure.
Well, and, I went at a 9:30 viewing. I mean, how many people are going to be taking the kids to that? I'm sure
that's the sweaty nerd time.
That's the sweaty nerd time. I was in there sweating it up.
Now, I know both of you guys are dads.
Yeah.
But, it's a sweaty nerd time.
Absolutely.
It's not parent time.
Yeah. Well, it was dad time.
Dad time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta wait till the kids are asleep.
You know how they have mums and bubs?
You're not going to see Pikachu, you little shit.
Only I am. You're not a real fan.
Yeah. You weren't even here for Gen 1.
Yeah. You don't even know the original 151.
Sing the song.
Do it.
Sing the song, you little 8-month-old baby.
Pikachu sings the song.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Damn, that's pretty good.
It's so good. He sings it while he cries, so it's even better. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
One final question.
Okay.
Well, I actually have two final questions.
You said that two
we've
questions
got to finish
ago.
on a question, but this is a video game adaptation?
Yeah, 100%.
Best video game movie to date?
I would say so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember another video game movie that I enjoyed as much.
Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
It's not a video game. That's a board game, and that's a board game that was in a movie.
No, that's a video game.
Oh,
but it's not.
Don't even go there. That's breaking the rules.
No, that's true. And final question: hit, shit, or split, my friend?
Look, I have to say it's a hit because I had so much damn fun with it.
All right, so let me just clarify though. You're telling people that it's a hit and they should rush out to the cinema and see it.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, to see the detail of those Pokemon on a small screen would be wasted.
Okay.
And you'll sit there and you just be like, oh man, this is the best. Even when the guys pulled out their friggin' Pokeballs, I was like, I want that.
Yeah, cool.
It's so good.
Yeah. Are there any actual like Pokemon battles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
It's so good. Like, I don't want to spoil those battles.
Yeah.
Because the battles are the coolest, but battles are legal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
In that city.
Yeah.
So it's an underground fight club.
All right.
Which
Excellent.
is cool.
Well, that's a recommend from you. It's not from me, obviously, because I haven't seen it. I don't care. I'm probably not going to spend my $12 with my Cinebuzz discount.
Oh, man. This movie cost me way more than that because, I went in there and I had to get the Fat Boy special.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Large drink, large popcorn.
Yep.
Extra large seat. So I had to buy 2.
Yeah, you got to buy 2 seats.
Yeah.
Just flip the thing up in the middle. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Did you go VMAX?
No.
Okay.
No, I couldn't.
Oh, couldn't afford it.
Yeah, couldn't afford it.
Man, VMAX, just VMAX, or VMAX and Atmos.
It's like $25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It jams another like $7 on top of your ticket.
You know what? If I wasn't such a like super keen person to go see these movies, I would wait the 3 months and just buy it.
Yeah, okay.
And then I could own it, watch it once, and never watch it again.
Yeah.
Because that's how I live my life in my movies.
One movie at a time.
Yeah.
One watch only. Cool. All right. Well, that's great. Thanks for that. Thanks for taking the time to come and see me and tell me about.
Yeah, you should totally go see
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. Look, we'll go see it together, and I'll point out all the cool Pokemon in there for you.
Let's not do that. Let's go see something else instead.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something else cool coming.
I doubt it. It's probably the coolest movie of the year. Look, I'm going to tell you, the level of nostalgia that I got, or like excitement, is comparable to the Captain America scene in Endgame.
That's only going to take you so far. Nostalgia.
Oh, I don't know. It was, seriously, we were gasping at like how cool things were. But like I'm a fucking nerd. I'm the biggest nerd, so.
Okay.
You know what my wife isn't nerding about though, Troy?
What's that?
Is the CW shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because look, we haven't watched any TV since having a child.
Yeah.
It's like, I checked the law. It's technically illegal to watch anything on TV.
Yeah, not allowed to have a life.
Yeah, it's you kind of sign that contract when the baby pops out.
Yeah, it's like all your lifetime is like automatically sucked into the baby.
Yeah, like I didn't realize this, but there's a poster on the wall of the hospital that says when you cut the umbilical cord, you are agreeing to the following terms and conditions.
Yeah.
And no TV is on the very bottom in the smallest font.
Yeah, okay.
Because I would have just like shoved that thing straight back in there and said, let me watch this CW crossover first.
Just give me a couple more months just to catch up on everything.
Yeah.
Just go back in there, just cook for a little bit longer.
So
come out as a 1-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So now I have nearly 100 episodes of CW shows to watch on my own.
Oh, God. Why would you, though?
Why wouldn't I? Is it bad? Is it good? Because everything's kind of coming up to I think it's season's wrap, right?
Yeah. I think Arrow had its season finale last week. I think The Flash had its season finale last week. Supergirl couldn't tell you don't care. And Legends is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't like. I am still coming back from the current season's mid-season break.
Oh, so you're still behind.
And I don't know if I'm going to.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm just struggling. Like, and I have time.
Yeah.
To watch TV. I have that because, don't have children.
Oh, look at this kid-free boy.
just bragging on air. But yeah, so like, even though I have the time, I find myself reaching for other things.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll go, I've still got a couple episodes of Doom Patrol. I might catch up on that.
Yeah.
Mind you, Doom Patrol kind of a bit boring at the moment.
Oh, is it really?
Like that kind of... I'm in that kind of, like, second part of the season. It's like that middle-ish section.
Where they've kind of... Look, I haven't seen any of it, but I'm sure they build up to something in the middle.
Yeah, it's... I don't actually know if they are building to something, but it's like, you'll have, because it's a 13-episode season, so you pretty much have your first 4, your last 4, and the 5 in the middle.
Yeah,
and that's where they're going to have their little filler episodes and stuff like that. And it's I'm struggling with that a little as well, but I do appreciate what they're doing. But I feel like I'm always kind of grabbing something else. It's like, I might watch that movie, instead of watching some CW shows and stuff like that. So the desire to continue is tough. So
it's fading.
I do not, envy you having to have like entire seasons worth of stuff to go through.
Yeah, like maybe the listeners out there should let me know. Should I start the binge? Because what's got me so excited about it now is the trailer for the Batgirl or Batwoman, whatever they're calling it. Batwoman TV show.
That actually got you excited.
Yeah, why not? It looks cool.
Yeah. I personally don't think she did enough in the crossover to warrant any sort of real excitement.
Yeah, okay.
It was kind of like, it was cool, but it's like, is that going to get me excited for its own CW TV show?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you got to do a lot more than that to get me excited for a new CW show, to be honest with you.
Just give us a Martian Manhunter show on his own.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't do it, though. That's the thing.
He's too powerful.
It'd just be the guy running around as whatever his name is.
Hank. Henshaw? I don't know. Is that what he's called on Supergirl? Who knows? It's been many a moon since I've seen a Supergirl show.
Yeah, but he'd be running around as Hank all the time, doing stuff with whatever that thing's called. You know what, the thing that the organization they work for.
DC Shield.
Yeah, DC Shield. So he'd be running around doing work for DC Shield, and then occasionally, like right towards the very end of the episode when there's no hope left, he'll turn into the Martian Manhunter and save Christmas.
Oh no, there's a big glider over there.
Oh no. I walked into a house with an open fireplace.
I'm doomed.
Yeah. So.
My weakness is the same as humans. Fire.
So yeah, I probably would say don't bother.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I would say if you wanted to watch the crossover, you could probably just watch the crossover.
Oh, really?
I don't think that enough happens externally that affects that it would kind of be like, you know?
Right. So it's a very self-contained story.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I might just do that.
Yeah. Just do that, and then if you want to come back, you could probably,
just watch the last half of the season.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
well,
figure it out.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Oh, God knows. Yeah, so anyway, that's my whole thing with the CW.
Fair
kind
enough.
of off it, and I'm not really keen for Batwoman, just purely because I can't do another CW show.
Yeah, they do get a bit grinding. Remember when we had a podcast dedicated to it?
Oh. It was good.
It was good back then.
Because it was a good time to, like, rant and unleash my hatred.
It would be if we had that now, it would be the most hated podcast in the world.
Oh, yeah, it'd be
hate-filled,
hate-filled, yeah. It would call it, instead of the weekly rap, it should have been called the weekly
crap.
Hate. Oh, well, that's better.
Yeah.
Because it rhymes. Oh, that's great. Excellent. All right, man. Well, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Anything
it for this
else
week.
you want to talk about?
Nah.
All right. Well, we got
really.
another episode dropping on Thursday, I believe, and that's where I'll review John Wick 3, because this bastard wanted to go see Detective Pikachu instead.
Look, if you do not give John Wick 3 as much praise as I gave Detective Pikachu, obviously Detective Pikachu is the better movie.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But Troy, in the meantime, the people can leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
That's right.
And help support the show.
They can do that. They can also jump onto Patreon. That's patreon.com/ComicConPod and support us that way. For as little as, it's like $1 a month, but $2 a month gets you...
The bonus.
The bonus.
Gets you the good stuff.
It gets you the bonus.
It
does.
Some of those episodes might.
They might give you bonus.
They are racy.
Yeah, they are.
They come with a hard R rating.
That's right.
And if you want to check out past episodes or the other great shows on our network, head to ccradio.com.au.
That's right. And finally, make sure you head to our Facebook listener community and join in on the fun with a bunch of great members. Just search Comic Confidential Listener Community on the Facebooks. That's it. As always, I'm Troy.
And I'm Kade.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
Peace.